I am gonna grow 2 inches in 3 days.
You serious?
My current height is 5'4". Why am I doing this? Because I'm short. Usually Filipinos are shorter, but every single classroom I go into, or everywhere I go, I'm always one of the shortest people there. It'd be nice to be taller. I asked my Instagram followers about this. Most of them agree with me. Just to be a couple inches higher, why not? Originally, this video was going to be growing taller in 30 days. And probably that is better, but I just don't have the patience for that. So here we are. 3 days, 2 inches, let the challenge begin.
So here's what I can't do. I can't tippy toe, okay? Like, I'm not gonna measure myself bending my knees and then unbend my knees in 3 days. That's literally just lying. Like, you're not allowed to do that. And then the other thing is I'm not gonna resort to any sort of surgeries because yeah, anyone can go get a surgery to make themselves taller, but I'm trying to do this all naturally without the use of medical intervention.
I spent the day before starting the challenge wearing a backpack full of heavy textbooks because I wanted to see the maximum disparity between my tall and normal self. Remember, weights are bad for your spine.
Before I go to sleep, there's 2 things to talk about. Number 1, this backpack, or any sort of weight for that matter, is not going to be on my back at all for the next 3 days. The second thing is actually the sleep itself. So at least 7 hours every single night, and ideally more than that. I did not get enough sleep. And that's really not a good thing. With only 3 days, I can't have this issue reoccurring all the time. So this right here is melatonin. So for the next few nights, I think I'm gonna make sure to take a melatonin tablet so that I can actually ensure that I fall asleep and get enough hours. Gravity is going to be a big tool that I'm gonna use within the next few days. And there's 2 things that it can do to me. It can either push me together or pull me apart. If it's pushing me together, I should be lying down because that way I get pushed down horizontally and I'll spread out from my head to my toe, mostly through the elongation of my spine. But when it comes to pulling me apart, if you're hanging off of a pull-up bar, as so, then you're getting pulled apart from your head to your toe, and you might just be able to stretch your body out enough to see a little bit of a difference in your height. So if I hang for an hour, maybe it'll help me. Maybe I'll be able to stretch out my body enough to where I see a noticeable difference. I don't know, but we're here to try. I honestly cannot hang for that long. I lasted 10 seconds, but I'm still gonna try it. Like, I guess I just keep trying. As long as I'm not in the gym with anyone else, I can keep going on back and forth as much as I want. But as soon as someone else walks in, I'll just stop. These are calcium supplements. Every single possible thing I'm going to do, whether it's true, whether it's a myth, whether it'll make a big difference or a small difference, I'm doing everything possible so that I can reach my goal of growing taller by the end of 3 days. That includes taking these supplements. I got a few things to help me out with this challenge. This is a posture corrector. I'm supposed to wear it throughout the day, and it's supposed to correct my posture so that rather than slouching, I can stand up straight. Depending on how my posture is already, I could gain a couple inches just from fixing my posture, and maybe you can even do the same. This is a neck stretcher. It's supposed to be used to alleviate some muscle pain in your neck area, but I'm gonna use it to just stretch this area of my body out, kind of like that. First, let's try the posture corrector. Posture corrector definitely feels like it's making
somewhat of a difference.
Okay, next up we're trying this neck contraption. This looks a little ridiculous, not gonna lie, but it is what it is.
At the end of day 1, I was off to a bit of a slow start, but day 2 is when I really started to kick it into high gear.
Here at Good Life Fitness, brought Steven with me. We got a free trial, so I'm gonna do some yoga with it, and hopefully that yoga will stretch me out a little bit. Shout out to Good Life.
And just remember, everything I did from day 1 is being done on day 2 as well, and same thing goes for day 3. But one thing I didn't talk about yet is food. As we all know, food can make a difference in whether someone grows or not, which is why you need to be eating foods with the right nutrients and vitamins. Some foods that are good for growth include eggs, fruit, and beans. And so that's basically what I had for the entirety of the 3 days. That was the end of day 2, and finally, on to day 3.
Today is day 3, the final day of me trying to become tall. And today is going to be a combination of every single thing I've done the last 2 days, minus the yoga, because that was a one-time appointment. But yes, this is going to be every single thing that I've done on day 1 and day 2, plus a couple more things before the measuring to just give me that extra boost that I need. Okay, so I'm at a massage place, and I'm going to use this massage to hopefully loosen my back a little bit so that the rest of the day, everything I do is more impactful.
Oh, that was so nice. That was so nice.
So here's how it's gonna go down. I'm gonna measure in tomorrow morning. That's kind of like a day 4, but it's happening in the morning. That means that I'm gonna have an entire night of sleep. The sleep itself is not what is gonna make you grow. It's the fact that you're lying down for so many hours. So my spine will naturally make myself a little bit taller. I'm gonna call Steven, and he's gonna come directly to my room to measure me. That way I get measured directly out of bed. Now I need to set up 2 more things before going to sleep. This is hair gel. I'm gonna leave that right there beside my bed so that I can gel my hair upwards without getting out of bed. These are insoles. These go into shoes and make you taller, kind of like high heels do. These are my basketball shoes. These have a lot of height. I'm gonna leave those right beside my bed as well.
Everything was in place. All that was left to do was to go to sleep and measure in.
I can only hope that what I've done is enough. Tomorrow in the morning, we'll find out.
When I initially measured in, I was only 5'4" and shorter than my friend Steven. After he was done measuring me, I was 5'6" and taller than him. Okay, just wait. I have to address the last minute of the video. Yes, as soon as I introduce my hair and shoes, I'm opening a can of worms, because you can get shoes that are this tall, you can get hair that's that tall, and you can say you grew 20 inches. Those were insurance policies that I had to use because, if you're curious to know, I actually physically grew 2 centimeters. So there you have it, there's the truth, and I'll never shy away from the truth. And for everyone there who's watching because you were trying to look up how to get taller, there's one last trick I didn't mention yet, and that's wearing hats. The good thing is that for all you short people out there, we have access to a hat that no other tall person has. We are wearing crowns, as short kings and short queens. If you just remember that, you could stop worrying so much about your height. But I do appreciate you clicking on the video. And thanks for watching.